It's time to get the party started. Are you ready? Get ready. Bossman and the band taking it to a dangerous level. WBOSS. Bossman Radio.
Approaching me, that I never seen a man who looks so all alone. Or could you use a little company? If you pay the right price, your evening will be nice, and you can go and send me on my way. I said, you're such a sweet young thing, why you do this to yourself? She looked at me, and this is what she said. Oh, there ain't no rest for the wicked. Money don't go on trees. I got bills to pay, I got mouths to feed. There ain't nothing in this world for free. No, I can't slow down, I can't hold back. Don't you know, I wish I could. No, there ain't no rest for the wicked till we close our eyes for good. Not even 15 minutes.
Live from the Peach Pit in historic Bruton, Alabama. It's drive time with your host, DJ and KJ.
Good Wednesday morning. Hump day. Best day of your life. We are Drive Time, brought to you exclusively by Jim Peach Motors and Peach Chevrolet. Good group in on the family reunion first thing this morning. Good morning, Wendy Willis. Terry Beasley, good morning. Miss Gail Kurtz, good morning to you. Ray Stewart, Heather Godwin, Deanna McClellan, Christy Merritt, good morning. Wheezy, good morning. Chris Hall, happy anniversary.
Happy anniversary. That's right. Chris Hall, happy.
Lori Duke, good morning. The Butcher's in. Mitch Redash, Jason Tiepo, good morning, Coach. Elisa Finley Hart, good morning to you. Tracy Taylor Steele, Parrish Patton, Dunn, Donna Davis, Lisa McGraw, Hayes Wood, good morning, Hazel. Dylan Bush in as well. Jeremy Padgett, good morning, Padge. Kathy Tolan, good morning, Kathy. Hope it's going your way so far. PGP, good morning. Elena Foster, good morning. Sheila Drennan, good morning. Good crowd in. Good morning, Kenwood.
Good morning. Good morning. What's beautiful hump day this morning.
Yes, it is. Good morning, Summer.
Looks like it's going to be a another one of those beautiful days. I'm just pecking through some stuff here, trying to see if this is even working. Okay. Well, maybe it is. What's going on?
Like you said, another beautiful day down here in the Dirty 30. Hope it is wherever you might be listening from, viewing from. But we got it going on down here weather-wise anyway.
Yeah, I hope this cool is gone. I'm ready for it to get warmed up, and let's stay warmed up. And we were talking about that a little earlier about things getting where we can all know how to dress, and that's the way it is. Good morning, Paul Crumpton from across the big pond. Chef Adam in this morning. Patty Whitworth. Good morning, Patty. Rob Moy. Clobberin' Rob. What's going on, Clobberin' Rob? Rob has said that he will take a long hit from Dallas wearing the sleeve if Team DJ has sold 50 T-shirts. Cobra Kai's team, or whatever you want to call those folks, have sold 10. He said if we could get to where both groups sell 60 T-shirts, that he'll take a long bike from Dallas. I said long. I mean, I'm talking 50, 60 yards long, where he can get that kind of speed worked up.
I'll get Uncle Ing to take me up in his hot air balloon, and I'll watch it from afar. But I would like to see that.
I want to see it too. How about those Lady Tigers, Elena says?
Tell you what, they had a great day yesterday. Started early in the morning. A couple of folks we do want to recognize. Gracie O'Bannon, one of the outstanding seniors there at Flomaton. She is the daughter of friends of many of ours. Joey and Charmin O'Bannon had 2 home runs in the tournament. Over the fence home runs, I might add. And it was disappointing they didn't quite qualify for the state playoffs, but it was nice that she had a a great individual moment. She's going to go on to great things, the next chapter of her life. But we are certainly proud of Gracie, and all the teams were well represented. T.R. Miller won 3 one-run ball games. Addie Smith had an over-the-fence home run for the Lady Tigers, and my niece, Steely Ruzick, had one as well.
Wow.
So it was a
big day.
Caught up with Steely late last night and kind of recapped the games with her, and they were excited. They will advance to Gulf Shores. Them and XL will as well as the runner-ups. But I think that tournament starts next weekend, the sub-state. So we will certainly wish them well, safe travels, and hope they have a good tournament.
That's right. Good morning, Colin McMillan, watching down on 30A this morning. Justin Ulrich, Matt Nall, Red, what's going on, Red? JT in, Tracy Miller in, Jenny Lambeth. Well, that's a bunch of people in this morning. Buddy Ziegler, what's going on, buddy? Hal Whitman, good morning, Hal. Joseph Turner.
There he is.
There he is. What's going on, Joseph? Heather Godwin, congratulations to the Rangers boys 10U and LSU softball 8U on their big wins. There you go.
I caught the Rangers game last night. That was a good ball game.
Yeah. Good morning, Chevy Ann.
Chevy Ann in the house.
Chevy Ann's in the house. There's good Miss Stephanie Manasco. Good morning to you. That's right. Happy birthday, Lisa Weaver. Let's see. Thank you, Holly. I'm glad you said that or put that in. We were talking about that before we went live. Good morning, Brittany Salter. Mark Miller. Mark the Shark. What's going on? Chelsea Brown. Good morning to you. And so sound like they. We talked about this. How many games did the Lady Tigers have to play to advance?
They actually got to play the minimum since they never fell in the losers brackets. Right. They only had to play 3. But it was stretched out over the whole day. I think their first game was maybe at 10 o'clock, played again at 2 o'clock, and then won the first game in the finals around 6 or 6:30 or something. So they were able to, when you get in that loser's bracket, the day can turn into a long one.
I'll tell you though, man.
They stayed out of it.
Good morning, Tracy Steele. Terry Beasley, good morning to you.
You know, XL's had their number for the last several years. XL's a quality team, and I thought it was big for Tara Miller to go over and get that done.
Hey, we're coming with that, Justin. I promise you we are. We're actually got a project going on that's kind of got us in the middle of something right now but trust me, that's coming. No, I'm talking about the Lemon Face Challenge. We're going to do that. We're going to do that when the first morning at what we do. So, no, I'm just saying even 3 games, I mean, stretched out over all of 12 hours, I guess, I mean, that's still a grind. Is it not?
Yeah, it is. I mean, just, it's as much as a mental thing as it is physical. Just being over there, being, away from your home dig, so to speak. The only downtime they have is on a blanket under a shade tree if you can find one.
Yeah. Good morning, Kimberly Blair. And good morning to your 5-year-old.
Well-played tournament by all the teams.
Sarge OG in the house. Rita Gatwood, good morning to you. Doug O'Bar, neighbor, what's going on? Good morning, Lisa Tyndall. Nick Green, good morning to you. Yeah, I mean, that would just, it seemed like a grind. I mean, to like you said, the only downtime is go catch a Gatorade or some water up under a tree and a blanket. But I mean, think about it. You played back in the day, Little League or Babe Ruth, high school, whatever. I mean, that's the way it was.
That's the way it is. And it'll be the same. It'll be the same deal next week, and they go to Gulf Shores, and of course they have.
You went down to that. We broadcast that last year, didn't you? Yeah.
And it was. They certainly have the facility to put on a tournament like that.
Yeah.
But when you pull in the parking lot, you'll see school buses forever.
I knew you said
forever. I think all classifications are down there for the Southwest regional side of it. But
sure.
It's, it'll be 3 days of nothing but fast pitch softball.
Yeah. Yeah, well, I'll tell you what. It's a grind, but it's so much fun. I'm telling you, it would have to be for them to do that. I mean, they'd have to enjoy it. Good morning, Lisa Hart, down at the wharf.
Good morning, Lisa.
The market down there this morning, and we're ready to get scheduled to come down there. Good morning, Mother.
Good morning, Mom.
Raj in this morning. Raj, we ain't going to sound off no sirens and try to scare nobody out of those gas pumps this morning. What if we just come in on one morning with a machine gun? I wonder how many people hit the deck out there at the gas pump.
Dirt, yeah.
Old dude out there in the 18-wheeler log truck, he's standing down there by Bondurant's going, hey, somebody's over there shooting.
Some of those guys are probably packing. They might shoot back.
You remember, I guess it was Home Alone. One of my favorite movies,
yeah.
You know, especially around Christmas. My all-time favorite Christmas movie is Christmas Vacation, obviously. But Home Alone would be number 2. And when he starts that video where they're shooting up, that guy shooting that guy up, and old Harry or whichever one of them is, Harv or whichever one out there is trying to get away from that door because he's shooting at them. I'm going to tell you something. That kid tortured those 2 guys. I mean, he put them through it. Could you see yourself back when you were that age I mean, I know it's kind of getting off, but could you see yourself doing something like that? Would you have the wherewithal?
I don't think I'd have been as resourceful as them. I could have survived. I don't know if I could have handled intruders.
Well, hey, when he took that tarantula and put that thing down on that guy's face, I mean, that was classic.
That was good.
That was classic. I'll tell you another one was when he stuck his head through that doggy door.
Yeah.
And he's sitting there with that BB gun and shot him. You know.
Keep the change, you filthy animal.
Man, that was awesome. I mean, that was just fantastic. Cousin Eddie, listen, now that's a character that I love all the vacation movies, even European Vacation, and that to me wasn't probably one of the best ones.
No.
But I love all of. But Christmas Vacation is in a league all by itself. I mean, is it not?
It's in a league by itself.
I mean, I you know, there are certain movies that are in that kind of league, as far as I'm concerned. Smokey and the Bandit being one of them. Certainly Animal House being one of them. You know, The Godfather,
Porky's
being definitely Porky's. I mean, you cannot have, you know, The Goonies. I'd say The Goonies is maybe right at that level, you know, but Christmas Vacation is just, I mean, I don't know. That's just it's in a league all by itself. I mean, it just is. Good morning, Spike Maxwell. Spike's been doing a good thing.
I like it.
Here lately. Have you noticed that? I like it too.
Yeah, I like it.
Tell you something. That's a nice thing that you're doing there, Spike, and I'll tell you, kudos to you. And I was glad to see. We have not talked about Drexel and honeybees enough on this show. I know we have talked about them, but we have not talked about them enough on this show and what they do for our community, our area, and how they do it. And, you know, and I'm going to confess, me being a person who, you know, doesn't eat lunch a lot. I know I don't look like it, but I'm just saying I don't. And I don't get out. I mean, I got so used to eating lunch at one of these stores over the years. I don't visit places and eat lunch a lot, but I'm going to tell you something. What they are doing at Drexel and Honeybees is something that a lot of communities can't say. Again, hashtag, you know what they're doing? They ain't doing that.
Not this.
Not this. I mean, they're just not. I mean, you know, you may know a little more history about that than I do. I know that at one time they were over at what'd you call it, the student center at JD.
Well, before that, they were down across the tracks in the bottom across from the
that's
Bears
right.
Den.
That's right.
Lisa McMillan is the one. She's the saint.
That's right.
She's the one that makes
she
it
absolutely is that.
And I get over there with her frequently. That was kind of our go-to place when she was over there, and it was kind of the same setup. You know, it would be 3 or 4 meats, 5 or 6 vegetables, you know, or an array of soft drinks and sweet teas and things like that. And then, of course, she did move over to the student center at the junior college and provided a lunch program for the students there. Of course, the public was welcome to come in and dine as well. And now she has this, and she has been, I think several years ago, she made a march to Montgomery maybe to create some awareness about the hunger problem
Well, I
Like
want to.
she's Lisa McMillan is a saint.
I want to tell you something. I saw a post here last day or two where somebody. Good morning from Atmore. Good morning, Robbie Cox or Bobby Cox. I'm sorry. Good morning to you in Atmore. Glad you're watching. Glad to have you. You know, that's right, Sarju. The food is great. I mean, it absolutely is great. But I saw a post on somewhere here in the last few days where there was a note left there.
I saw that
said, "Thank you. You know, my family of 4 wouldn't have ate today." And I want to tell you something. You know, we have been able to through the generosity of the Drive Time gang and the group and all that kind of stuff, we've been able to bring awareness to a lot of things going on. Hey, we're not asking you to do anything. If you have a chance, if you want to go eat a good meal, which is fantastic, go down there and eat a good meal. It's free. But if you are in the position where you can help out and leave more than, because it's worth a lot. The food is worth, I mean, trust me, it's worth it. But if you have a chance to leave more than what it's worth, leave it, because I promise you it's going to a great cause.
You know, when she had her restaurant there by the tracks, after the lunch hour, 2 o'clock, 3 o'clock, whatever it may be, she would box up 20 plates and personally deliver them to people that she knew might have a need for a meal. And she did that daily, did it daily.
And Spike is doing something that we basically founded this show on, which is, you know, we believe and we know that we live in the greatest community in the world. And I say community, it's not, I mean, our area. I'm talking about Bruton and Atmore and Florenton and Monroeville and Excel and East Bruton and Uri and Pollard and, you know, McCall and Castleberry and, you know, Evergreen, and all these different communities locally to all of us have great people that do great things. And that right there, we, again, I know we haven't spoke enough about Lisa and the things that they do, the thing that they're doing down there, but they are doing big things. So I did want to mention that this morning. Good morning, Martha Simmons. Pass it forward. That's right, Heather Feather. I like that.
We can, Raj.
Oh, yeah. Here we go.
We can.
Yeah.
Not many leftovers at my house.
Yeah, I was going to say that leftovers at DJ's house get gone pretty quick.
Yeah.
Look at that, Sarju. They don't even have a register. Private box. No one even knows what you leave.
That's awesome.
That is awesome. And I'm gonna tell you something. That's good. I mean, that's just you know, something we need to shine a light on and certainly need to get behind. Brendan Portwood, good morning. Stacy Fuquay, good morning to you. Patrick Davenport, good morning over Bonehead Boots this morning. Let's see. Oh, here we go. I've just been handed 2 free tickets to the Bruton Gospel Concert this Saturday. Is it Friday or Saturday? Saturday. This Saturday night. Starts at, gates open at 4, starts at 6.
It'll be a good time of fellowship and fun.
So I tell you what, y'all start liking and sharing this video, and when we get to the end of this show, we're going to pick a winner of the 2 free tickets to the Bruton Gospel Concert. And trust me, I got to see some videos, some people that's going to be there. There's a lot of talent going to be at that thing Saturday night. How about that? Daniel Son of Cobra Kai will be on the Today Show this morning promoting a new Karate Kid movie. What are you doing here then?
I'm going to jet out here shortly.
Have you got the G5 out there on the tarmac waiting on you?
I got the bird waiting on me.
DA decided to help you out right there?
He's
Are you going to make Nelly Rock sit on a stool in the back of it? And if he lies and said that didn't happen, he's lying. And I know you know that's the truth.
Yes, I do.
Yeah. Yeah. Well, we went to the Kentucky Derby. He sure did, sitting back there by the bathroom.
Tough spot.
He got out with a hat on. And I thought only women wore hats to that thing. He got out with one on. Oh, but no, that's a great thing. Y'all need to go check that out. Good morning, Penny Holmes. Yeah, I listen. You know, a lot of great music going to be going on with this thing, and going to be a big time. So, Miss Angela Lane, good morning to you. Susan Rhodes, good morning to you. You know,
I'll tell you somebody else that I want to recognize.
Okay.
For just a moment. I've certainly acknowledged his accomplishments in the past here on this program, but yesterday, one of my guys, Tyler Joyner, was named Gulf South Conference Pitcher of the Year for the second time.
Twice.
The only player in the history of the conference. It's a 40-year-old conference.
Twice.
I mean, that is just unbelievable. And I'm going to say this because he wouldn't.
And I want you to tell the story about,
I'm going to say this because he wouldn't. His dream school was to go to West Florida. Not Auburn, not Alabama, not LSU, not Florida. It was West Florida. That's where he wanted to go play. West Florida is 45 minutes down the road. Guess what conference they play in?
Gulf South.
Gulf South Conference. Couldn't even get a phone call back from them. He inquired. He reached out to them. Said, hey, I'm looking to go play somewhere after the junior college level. Can I get a shot? They wouldn't even give the man a shot.
And now
2 years later.
And now he's pounded them for 2 years.
Two-time All-American. Two-time conference pitcher of the year. That's a 14-team conference, by the way.
Let me ask you, is he going to the big leagues?
I would be somewhat shocked if he did not get drafted in this year's draft. Talking to his parents.
How could you not?
He's had so much attention every time he's been out.
I mean, this guy's just out there throwing gas, number one. And how many times, look at all the you don't get named pitcher of the year twice in any conference, do you? Does that happen?
No, it doesn't happen. It doesn't happen.
That's what I'm saying.
And this is going to sound kind of generic. A lot of people will say this. I'm telling you, this is the truth. As good a player as he is that better as a person. I'm telling you, Tyler Joyner, you get Lisa McMillan and Tyler Joyner. You talking about, and once again, from this community, just an amazing, amazing young man. He deserves every good thing that happens to him.
Well, I can tell you one thing. That's strong as new rope.
He's unbelievable.
Yeah. That is strong.
They start their tournament this weekend. And, of course, I think the top 8 teams of the 14 qualify for the tournament. They're certainly one of those. And it'll be interesting to follow them, and hopefully they can get it done. Delta State kind of runs that roost in the conference. That'll be a tough one to get, but
a good friend of mine.
I bet on Tyler.
Good friend of mine, Scooter Tucker. You know Scooter?
Oh yeah.
Scooter played at Delta State.
Yeah, and
went on to play in the big leagues. And you mentioned Delta State. That made me think about that. So, Rob said he'd look good in Yankee pinstripes.
Hey,
I think. Listen,
he'd look good in anything they put up there.
I was going to say, I think he's just a ball player. I think he'd look good whatever he puts on.
He's going to get an opportunity, and I can't wait to see him get to experience it.
No, that's right. And listen, I want to say this too. 2 fine parents as well.
Oh yeah. Well, Misty for sure.
Well, I can tell you this. I
love Misty Beasley.
I've known Misty and Richie and Peanut and Linda. I've known them all my life, and they're fine individuals. Yeah,
I love Howard. We've coached together many years, and good family.
How about this? Next week is National Nurses Week. Nurses DWM at Macmillan Hospital and Medical Center are among the best. Yep. We don't need to forget to thank a nurse for their selfless sacrifices. And that's the truth. Thank goodness we have what we have again in this community, because
did you say syphilis?
Sacrifice. I said for their selfless sacrifices.
Okay. Well, I was like, where are you going with that?
No.
My bad. I'm sorry.
No. If I did, I want to apologize to the listening audience right now. But I don't think I did. I could have swore I said selfless sacrifices.
My bad. That's my fault. When I heard us, no, wait a minute.
Where's your head at this morning? Let me ask you something. Do you need to go see one of those doctors?
No.
It did sound like that. Listen, everybody, they're going to chime in on me now. It did say, I said I want y'all to say selfless sacrifices about 40 times back to back. How about that?
Jeff thought,
I said selfless sacrifices. Syphilis is a 3-syllable word. Selfless is 2. Listen, JIB.
Man, I hope the FCC doesn't come down on us.
I ain't worried about that. Care if they coming down on us or not. Who cares? I mean, what they gonna come down for?
We're untouchable from the FCC, are we not?
Yeah, what they gonna do to us? Well, they gonna come over and tell us to stop talking about nurses and syphilis? I mean, do you need a nurse right now? Keep on. I'm gonna need a nurse. Even Elena's pile. I mean, listen. Everybody's saying I said okay. Look here.
Okie dokie.
Back at you.
Yeah, right back at you, Elena. Yeah, no joke.
You need to shut up.
I mean, man, maybe I did. Listen, it's been it's been one of those mornings. I mean, it's a rough morning. Where's Gray when we need her? Maybe Gray can come here and fix this. Maybe I've picked up on that medulla oblongata thing you got going on.
You don't want that.
Yeah, maybe that's what's wrong. Maybe that's where that came from. Man, I need to get my. Where does it start, man? Does it start up kind of up in the chest area?
No, it starts in your heart.
That's what I'm talking about. In the chest.
It starts right in the middle.
There. Okay. Well, I was trying to figure that out. I thought maybe I might have caught some of that or something. But everybody, that's what it sounded like. Okay. Selfless sacrifices.
Well, when you said it, I was sitting there like, oh, wait a minute.
I didn't mean they're syphilis sacrifices. I can't even say it. I mean, I'm trying to say it. I can't even say it. Yeah. The dating in the Dirty 30 just took a turn. Better come correct with that doggone test in hand now, I can tell you. Anyway.
Certainly wouldn't be dating in the 21.
Something
kind of. No, I'm not going to. Let me stop.
Anyhow, Teacher Appreciation Week, May 5th through 12th, next week.
Okay.
Thank you, Sheila Drennan, for helping get off that subject. And
I want to go ahead and get ahead of the curve a little bit and thank my geometry teacher from back in the day for thinking so much of me that I got to take geometry twice.
I'd like to thank mine too. Her name was Miss Hillman. And I don't want to call out any names
again,
but I'd like to thank mine too for trying to teach me what A squared plus B squared plus C squared, or I mean, can I ask you a question? Now, don't get me wrong. I we do use math and science and stuff for sound and all that kind of stuff, but can you tell me at what point that you've ever used anything from geometry ever? I can tell you where I have. Negative. 0.
Not knowingly anyway.
Well, if I did, I didn't know it. My question is, why do they still teach it? Why is it a taught part of the curriculum? Why? Maybe I'm showing my ignorance here. There may be a lot of things that has to do with geometry. I don't know. You people may start getting piled on here like I did about the whole syphilis thing. But I mean, and that's fine too. But I just want to know why. What is? I'm telling you that is not a logical math. It's just not logical. It never made sense to me. Never. I
never understood it.
I didn't understand it. I still don't understand it. Do you remember what they taught there?
I remember I think there were properties or theorems or whatever they call it. I remember one. If A equals B, then B equals A. And that was reflexive. When you had to write out your proofs, if you remember doing proofs, that was the one property that I'd always put on each of my proofs because the only one I knew. I
don't even know what you just said.
A equals B, then B equals, and that makes sense to me.
It's the easiest way to square something like a fence up by using Pythagoras theorem. Okay. Well, hey, You can tell how many fences I've ever put down, Jake. Not many. And if it was, I guarantee they weren't square. Because I'm an old school guy that used that old tape measure and a square in the middle. There you go. So see, some people out here use that thing. Okay. I personally have not. So,
I'm with you.
Rod says eating a donut. Does Pythagoras make a donut? I stayed confused in her class too, Molly. I mean, like confused, extremely confused, like questioning why I was there. Anyway, and I'm not dogging a math teacher. That's not what I'm saying. Like Rob, I'm not saying that. I'm saying I just don't understand geometry as a whole. Algebra, all the rest, I get all that, Now, trig was a little tough. I can't lie about trigonometry. It was a little tough. That was a little tough. It just was.
I tried to stay over on that family living home ec wing typing.
Yeah, I
didn't mess with all those stuff.
Yeah. I'll tell you this, though. I got to Troy. I seen hockey scores higher in my first trigonometry test. Actually, that was calculus. I'm talking about like hockey scores.
Yes, Bryce. I'm with you on that.
Summer school every time. Hey, that's right.
B2 equals summer school every time.
We tried to get Rob Atkinson to let us know what summer school classes he would recognize and let in to the Burnt Corn Creek run. He said that summer school classes wouldn't be recognized. Remember?
Oh, yeah, that's right. That's right. He did.
Because we asked.
Yeah, that's right.
If you remember, summer school, though, was a conglomeration of not just Miller and Neal, but it like Florenton. I mean, Miller, Neal, kids. It was several of us.
Monica made a good comment there. Yes, Monica. Painful. It's painful.
I'm going to tell you something. I don't even want to get started on that class because there was absolutely no teaching involved in that class at all. None. I have seen, and Monica, I'm sure you have too, I have seen people get handed a test, they put their name on it, hand it right back to her. I mean, right back to her.
I never did that, but I was pretty close to that.
I never did that either. I've seen people that did do that. I'm telling you,
the score would have been the same.
Hey, I'm telling you right now, there was no teaching going on in that class. When teachers, like next week is, Teachers Appreciation Week, I'm telling you right now, that one would have been hard to appreciate. And I don't mean that negative. I'm just saying great person, whatever. I don't mean that. I'm saying as far as the teaching side of it. I never had to understand somebody go up to the board and say, y'all got that? Okay. It's gone. You know what I mean? No, I don't have it. If I had it, I wouldn't be sitting there back here and go, oh, wait a minute.
Does it look like I understand?
Yeah. The Germans bombed Pearl Harbor.
That stuck.
It did. I'm just telling you, it was rough. It was rough. Those classes were rough, and the teachers were, sometimes not helpful at all. And here's the deal. We didn't have cell phones back in those days to hide on you, to look at. I don't mean cheating. I didn't say that. I said to look at and try to keep up, like turn a voice recorder on, something. Where you could get home and take notes from it. We didn't have that kind of thing. We had a little cassette things, they were that big. You're going to walk in, set one of them down on your desk, take half your desk up to record something. A boom box, walk in with it on your shoulder.
You're going to bring up that cassette tape, aren't you?
No, I was not. I was just sitting there thinking that, how crazy that would have looked when you walked in, Coach Cotton standing up at the front and wanting to know what you're doing with your boom box right there. Oh, I'm going to record Mr. Johnson's class this morning where I can make sure and pass the thing.
Well, Burns put up a picture of me a couple of times. Oh.
Yeah, he did. So, yeah. Look there, Spike. He suggests I move on. That's probably a good point there, Spike. We're going to move on. Now, let me tell you this. I never had Spike Maxwell as a teacher, but I understand he was a great one.
I did. Yes, he was.
And I live with a teacher. So I'm not, I think, again, don't take this as me dogging teachers, because I certainly am not dogging teachers. I'm talking about the classes that were tough. You know, some of us get math, some of us don't get math, some of us get other things, some of us are better at things than others. I wasn't particularly fond of certain types of math. Certain other types of math I was really fond of. You know, so I'll tell you what I did enjoy. I enjoyed science.
I didn't.
I did. I enjoyed that.
You took out math, science, and English, and I like the rest of it.
English was kind of tough sometimes just because I'm not real good at writing.
I did love Miss Patton's class.
Miss Patton, actually, if y'all all want to know, I'm going to give y'all, let y'all in on something. Miss Patton actually taught me how to write all those riddles. That's where I learned it from.
Miss Patton.
Miss Patton.
She was a great teacher.
I loved her class too. Loved it. She was one of my favorites from back in the day. No doubt. So at any rate, I'll tell you something else about Spike Maxwell that just hit me. Spike used to be the PA announcer at the stadium, Bruton Municipal Stadium. And I want to tell you something. He has one of the best voices for that. It was fantastic. You had no doubt who it was, and it boomed over those speakers in Bruton Municipal Stadium.
I'll tell you something else that he has done several times. MC'd the prom at T.R. Miller anyway. He would call the couples out as they came out.
Yes,
he does.
did.
He has one of those.
He's got a great voice.
Great voice, yes.
Great voice. And did a great job at that. And
Shaw.
Yeah, that's it.
May Mike can.
That's it.
Could shall. Will must. Would should.
Would should. Yeah. Everybody loved Miss Young's art class. That's a fact. But no, talking about Spike, I got to grow up somewhat around Spike as well. And of course, you know, being great friends with Gucci and of course Kevin and of course Miss Marcia. I mean, you know, great people. Great people. Look at there. They always told us they teach monkeys how to count, so there wasn't going to be dumber. Well, I can tell you one thing. Counting, that was, you know, not really ever a problem. It was just some of that other stuff. Look at Butcher. He's trying to get going with Big Red right now. I ain't going to start that. I didn't say that, Butch. I said that Spike did a fantastic job doing that. And
I think Monty would enunciate the 52-yard line just a little more clear.
Now I will say this about Monty. Now I'm gonna tell you this about Monty. He will get that crowd fired up. Now he will do that.
I think he adds a lot.
He does
to the game day experience. He's good. My mother made comments about him this past fall. We sat together at the home games, and she certainly enjoyed him. I did as well.
Yes. He did. He adds a lot to it. Anybody, anytime that you know, listen, that's another one of those jobs you don't get paid anything to do. It is completely 100% voluntary.
Hot mic.
There are
no do-overs.
And there's no do-overs. And sometimes, you know, those things, you know, some things happen. And, you know, when you're on live, what do you call this, radio?
Live radio. Live radio.
When you're on live radio, sometimes things like, you know, certain sacrifices happen. And so, you know, that's just the way it is. Monty does a great job, actually. Need any of my old teachers still around to be a guest on the show? Any one of them's welcome to come on. We'd love to have them. Love to have them. I would love to have them. You know, certainly would. I'd love Miss Patton to come sit right here.
God, yes. That would be awesome.
I'm telling you right now, it'd be must-see TV right there.
That would be awesome.
It would. Ferris, if you're watching, you tell your mother we would love for her to come sit in the driver's seat and just tell stories about things that went on back in the day. That'd be fantastic. Would it not?
It would be great.
I'm telling you. Yeah. Well, we understand our grammar is probably not the best in the world, Sarju. So we identify with that tremendously. You know what? I'm glad Butcher has put his little comment in here. What do we not have, or have we not had for a while?
Coke. I mean, Pepsi.
We hadn't had any Pepsi products at all. At all. And I hear that, Rob was in here bragging about Pepsi taking care of him and the Burnt Corn Creek run and all that kind of stuff. We hadn't had any of that. None of it.
Ferris is going to reach out to Miss Patton.
Please do.
That would be great.
Hey, I would love it. I'm telling you, I would love that. Love it. Patty Mitchell, that's another one. We need to get Miss Patty in here.
Yes. We need to. Is next week Teacher Appreciation Week?
It is. That's what
we'll get a bunch of teachers in here.
Let's
How about
do it.
that? That'd be great. Miss McKenzie. We get Mr. Maxwell. I'll get my mother.
Spike, if you're still in there, we'd love for you to come up and sit down next week during Teacher Appreciation Week. And I promise you, we won't be talking about any sort of sacrifices at all.
Mr. Hamilton.
Oh, man, another great. Yes, listen, I love Mr. Hamilton.
That's what we need to have teachers up here next week.
Yeah. How about Miss Thomas? Is Miss Thomas still live over in front of the Fisher Center? You remember Miss Thomas taught social studies in middle school?
She didn't teach me, but she was the mother of one of my classmates, but she came after we had gone through.
Okay. I loved her. She was awesome. How about Coach Baker?
Oh, yeah.
Is Coach Baker available next week?
Maybe.
I mean, you kind of got a little in on that, don't you? You think maybe you might could get him to come sit down and talk with us?
That'd be great.
Miss King, oh man, stories she could tell. They'd be a bunch.
Don't say syphilis.
I'm not.
Next week.
I'm not. I didn't say it this morning. I'm going to go back and watch it.
I mean,
I don't care how many comments. I'm going to go back and watch. If I said it, I'd say I said it. But if I'm telling you, I'm going to, I'm going to go back and watch it.
That'd be good. We're going to do that. We'll get some teachers up here next week.
Well, you need to get with us two clowns because we certainly would. Dr. Murphy.
Yes.
We'd love for Dr. Murphy to come sit in. Dr. Murphy can tell you a story about me that I don't know if, well, it won't matter. It's been too long. Cops can't get involved anymore. So I had those big plate glass windows that was on the very, in the back of the classroom.
Yes.
Dr. Murphy's classroom.
Uh-huh.
Well, I had been sitting in there and I wasn't paying much attention this particular day. I was watching the majorettes out there on the sidewalk that went up between the old band room and the gym.
I'm shocked.
I was watching them more than I was watching her and the class. And she told me, she said, if you turn around and look out that window one more time, you're going to the office. Well, of course I did. I turned around and looked. But I only turned around and looked because all of a sudden, that big plate glass window shattered behind me and fell out all over me.
Somebody throw a rock at it?
I don't know. It sounded like a BB gun or something hit it. I don't know. It completely shattered, fell out all over me, all over the floor, the heater back there, all that stuff. Immediately, she jumped up and said, "You go to the office."
You couldn't explain your way out of that one at the moment.
I walked up there, and I'm covered in glass. And Coach Cotton comes out there right as I'm getting up there. He's coming out the door, and he says, "What are you doing, Ken?" And I said, "Well, Coach, this is what happened." And I told him, and he said, "Come on with me." So anyway, I'll let Dr. Murphy tell that story. But that happened. I would love Miss Young to come up here. Miss Young is another great, great, great teacher. Johnny Folsom. Obviously, Mr. Folsom. Thank you, Spike. I'm glad you cleared that up for me. We really were blessed to have a bunch of great teachers. We really were. We pick about, some of the math teachers, but obviously we're doing it just in jest. It was certainly not we were very fortunate to have the teachers we did.
Charles Russian.
Oh man.
Patsy Jacks.
I love Miss Jacks. Miss Jacks was our, she was the director of the movie Grease.
Yeah.
Of the play Grease. I said movie.
Who was that?
Miss Jacks.
Miss Jacks was.
She was the director of our senior play.
She casted it.
Yeah, my mother could come on and tell the stories. I probably don't want her to come on and tell some of those stories though. So, no, she did cast it. She cast it. She directed it. She did all of it.
Miss Jacks, you get a 10 out of a 10. Perfect.
Thank you.
Wouldn't have changed a thing. Was she in charge of costumes also?
Yes, she
Man, a lot of technology.
Yes, she was. Oh man, she was in charge of it all.
Grease is the word.
Grease is the word, and she did a great job. She did that for several years, not just for our class, but she did that for several years, and did a great job with it. I know that she. Yeah, I have got this bright yellow shirt on this morning, so I figured it was a little warm, and it's a summery color.
That's good.
Actually, I'm colorblind, so I can't really tell you what color it is. But anyhow,
Sherbet.
yeah. What was it, Sarge? You said that morning about that pink shirt or whatever it was, that fuchsia?
Fuchsia. Sherbet.
Yeah. So, hey,
yes, they have, Martha.
I agree with it. Listen, we've been blessed. Both our school systems have been blessed to have great teachers, no matter where you went. And we've all got teachers that we loved and we, that we all enjoyed and took great care of us and, really cared about what we did and how we did it. And those, they just stick with you. You remember them through the years.
Speaking of our teachers, and I'm going to just bring this up real quickly, not going to go too deep into it. I want to keep Lisa Atkinson in our thoughts and prayers. They're going through a tough time with her dad. Certainly pray for mercy, and just if you have room on your prayer list, keep Lisa and her family on it. They're going through a tough time.
Yeah, well, you certainly need to do that.
She's one of our great teachers as well.
She is. Now I'm being compared to an Easter egg and a banana.
I was thinking more like a moon pie. the white undershirt with the filling.
I'm good with that too. I'm gonna tell you what. First person to come down and pick me up and throw me off of a float. We'll let's see whose stuff do we want to give away today? What business?
Hadn't picked on Daniel Smith in a while.
Yeah. We have to pick on somebody. Come down and throw me off of a float like a moon pie. We'll get you a large pizza, hand tossed. Got to be hand tossed.
Yeah,
from Pizza Hut. From
go.
Our friend Danny over at.
Yeah,
but you got to come throw me off of a float to do that. Burnham, you don't qualify.
Good call. That's a good call. That's a good call.
Ain't no telling what he's liable to come down here and do for a daggone free pizza. So, Lisa says pick her today. Today's her birthday. It's not telling her age.
30.
What, you 29? 27?
Boy, Hot Rod was in quick.
Flomaton, look at there.
Yes.
Flomaton had a bunch of great teachers. They did.
Like we said, our community, we have been, we
did.
blessed people.
Yes. When you say, Miss Ferguson?
Yeah.
Awesome.
Love Miss Bell.
Coach Davison? Awesome.
Coach Corbin?
Great teachers down there, great people. If next week is Teacher Appreciation Week, we'll have some stuff to give out to our teachers next week. How about that?
Yeah.
Does that sound like a winner?
That'd be good, yeah.
I think it'd be fun.
Yeah, it'd be a lot of fun.
So we'll do that. We want to make sure we do that. Oh, he's sleeping. Yeah, thank you, Jennifer. Tell him we want to. That's only if somebody comes down and does they got to throw me off of a float. I don't know if any parades going on here written in the next few weeks either. So, but I will be getting with him about Teacher Appreciation Week next week. Tell him about that. Cheesecake. That's right, Heather. That's what I think of. Where would we be without our teachers? Probably not here. DJ, how long did you stay in Auburn, DJ? 9 years?
Almost. It was like 8 3/4.
Okay. So you had several up there. You probably don't even remember.
No, I remember most of them.
Do you? Okay. Sherry Lisby at Flomaton?
Yeah.
Another great. Do you know Sherry Lisby?
I do not.
Whew. Another fine person right there. We've been blessed. Our whole community has been blessed with great teachers. And I want to tell you something real quick, and I'm certainly not trying to get off on this, but they don't do it for the money. Okay? They just don't. I mean, Heather, of course, obviously, I mean, she's a teacher. You don't do it for the money. My wife's a teacher.
My mother.
Your mother was a teacher. They don't do it for the money. They do it because they want to help make a difference in kids' lives, and they do every day. Miss Owens, another great example of that. Hey, we could keep on and on with great teachers, and I promise you, we don't have enough awards to give out to all of them.
Schoolhouse is full of them around here.
Yeah, that's right. I mean, they are, and so we are certainly have been blessed to have all these great teachers make impacts on our lives, and hopefully we'll have some of them on next week. I think that'd be a great thing to do. Let's have some. I hope Ferris can reach out to Miss Patton and get Miss Patton to come in. That would be awesome. Maybe Miss Owens. I think you might could get.
You mentioned Miss Mitchell. I mean, we'll get
Patty. Yeah, I'll reach out to her. See if we can't get her to
Glenn
come in.
Shell to come up.
That'd be another great one. Look here, Thanksgiving poem from Miss Patton. I'm thankful that I'm here for the trees, the birds, and Budweiser beer. I'm thankful for what I have in life and what's to come, for good-looking girls and Bacardi rum sent to the office.
That'll do it.
That probably got you sent to the office right there, Monasco. I feel quite sure it did. I mean, Coach Roch, listen, it goes without saying that Coach Roch was a great coach, a great teacher, a great principal, mentor to a lot of people.
He was a difference maker.
He was. He was. Good guy. Hey, Sargie's got it right. Teachers might enjoy something from the wine shop, as DJ calls it. The wine shop. And they probably do need it after dealing with a few kids for 7 hours. I'm going to tell you something. I don't know how they do it. I really don't. It would
be a challenge each and every day.
Oh, man. I'm telling you. And I'm not saying this in a bad way. I'm just saying, man, you got to have patience. There's a lot of qualities that teachers have to be able to do that. So, that's, like I said, we could keep on with that all day long. But at any rate, we also, the Wild at Heart middle school dance coming up. Is that this weekend or I saw that in some.
I thought the 12th is the number that.
Yeah, I think that's right. The 12th.
In my mind, but
down at is it the Ritz or the Hourglass?
Yes.
Sarge, if you're in there, you'll have to tell us which one it is, and make sure we got the correct date. But I can't. That's a good thing. I can't believe they don't have dances at middle school anymore. I mean, we did. We always had them. Chad Athorn and what was it called? They're
Boogie Incorporated.
Boogie Incorporated. They used to come and they DJ'd most of them. If it wasn't them, it was Hound Dog and Leslie from WABB.
Him and Tank and Lawson.
He and Tank and one of the Lawson boys.
Yeah, Michael Lawson Lowe.
Big Lowe, yep.
Next weekend, yes, the 12th.
Next weekend.
At the Ritz.
So at the Ritz, from 6 to 9, I think is what they said. Good morning, Beverly Blackman. Yeah, I think that's right. So big thing to do. I always look forward to the dance in middle school.
Oh, yeah. Those are big nights.
What were we talking about the other day? Oh, I know what it was. We were talking about the dedications and stuff. Back when we were all in middle school, there was a paper, Tiger Tail, that went out, and you could put dedications in that paper to.
The box was always in the lunchroom.
Yeah.
And you could say to so-and-so from so-and-so, and then the title of the song.
The title of the song.
Yeah.
And they printed that in Tiger Tail.
They'd put 10 or 15 of them in there in each edition.
Right. That was, I guess they don't do that anymore.
They had that and Jabberwocky. They would just Jabberwocky, they'd just get some just crazy word and then poll 10 people, what do you think this means? And you'd give what you thought it meant, and then of course they'd give the real definition at the bottom of it. But that was a big feature in the paper as well. Jabberwocky.
Yeah. That was crazy.
Another one they'd feature a student, whether it be a boy or a girl, and then they would ask you questions.
Yes, they would.
Who had the prettiest eyes?
Who's the prettiest girl?
Hair, who's the most athletic? Who's the funniest? And you would list your people.
Did you ever get polled for that?
I did.
I did too, and I can't remember some of the answers, but some of them I do, and I hope nobody ever comes up with one of those at all. So,
Tiger Talk, that's what it was.
Tiger Talk, yeah, okay.
Tiger Talk.
But but
that's a cool thing to get.
It was.
I think things like that are what are missing now as part of the curriculum. I understand we have to do what we have to do to get the state and federal funding. I get it. But that was a pretty cool deal. It
was. It really was. And especially because back then we didn't all have phones. Oh yeah, we want to congratulate. Did we do that yesterday?
I'm not sure if I saw it last night on Facebook, and I wasn't sure if we.
Yeah, congratulations to Neil and Brandy Jackson on their birth of their daughter, and healthy and
mom and baby are both doing well.
Mom and baby doing both doing well, and absolutely I told Neil J and texted him back and forth when it was going to change his life.
Oh yeah.
So yes, tickets are still available. So so this weekend also there's an event at the Whippoorwill for Crispin. Nicholas Skidmore is putting on the event out there, and going to be a big thing, big time. All the proceeds will go to Team Crispin, and if you get out a chance to get out and support that, we need to do that as well. We got some tickets to give away.
Like and share the video real quick.
Everybody start liking and sharing the video. Like and share the video. Like and share the video. We're going to get over here and we're going to take everybody's name and we're going to mix it up and we're going to randomize it up and we're going to make sure that somebody's about to win 2 tickets to the Bruton Gospel concert here in the next 5 minutes or so. So like and share, like and share, like and share. Get everybody in here you can. We want to give these tickets away, especially to somebody that wants to go and needs to go. I'm gonna tell you, it's gonna be a bunch of good music up there. That's for sure. You do the backpack. Are you gonna do that?
Never can tell. You never can tell.
Tell you what, I'm ready for that. Oh, you did. Denise got sugars from Baby Piper Jackson. That's awesome.
Okay.
That is awesome. All right.
That's a cool name. Piper.
Yeah, it is.
That's a cool name.
I love it. I love it. I wouldn't expect anything less from Neil J. and Brandy. Really. I mean,
Elizabeth Weaver Watson's in. Do you know what her favorite place to eat is? I know this.
I do not.
Chick-fil-A. When they open, and I've learned this from her and Sammy, when they open a new Chick-fil-A, if you're the first 100 paying customers in, you get a free sandwich a week for a year.
Whoa, what?
Yeah. She has spent the night in the parking lot of a new franchise to make sure she was in the top 100. That's a true story. She was our homecoming queen here one year.
Oh,
and she has camped out in multiple Chick-fil-A
I understand. She and my brother.
That's right. Yeah. Yeah.
I guess you'd say we're dated in high school. Yeah. So yeah, I know Elizabeth well. Pam and Sammy and all of Leslie.
She will travel to spend the night in the parking lot to be one of the first 100.
That is amazing.
Yes.
Elizabeth, I did not know that about you.
True story.
That is amazing. I've heard of people sitting like pitching tents to get iPhones and stuff. I've never heard like pitching tents to get a Chick-fil-A sandwich.
The Duke, North Carolina basketball game.
Yeah.
To get a new iPhone.
Yeah.
And to get a sandwich. That's our Elizabeth.
That's crazy. That's crazy. Okay, so let's do this real quick. I need one of those sounds that we can, Okay, here we go. We'll do a countdown. How about that?
Yeah.
10, 9, 8, 7.
Like and share, like and share, like and share. We're about to announce it.
5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
Okay, here we go. And the winner is... How about that? The birthday girl herself, Lisa Weaver.
Yay. Boy, Lisa.
The birthday girl herself. Lisa Weaver has won 2 tickets to the Bruton Gospel concert. How did that happen? She was even talking about she wanted to go. Man.
Shocker.
These things are crazy. You remember one day we did one of these, and I think it was Sherry Weaver that popped up, and I was like, that's crazy that happens like that. But anyhow, hey, it's completely random. I promise you it is. So congratulations, Lisa. You'll be going to see some great music. I can assure you. Hal showed me some videos of if we had a way of playing them, which we don't because we run a rinky-dink operation here on Drive Time. If we had a way to play them, I'd play them for you, but that's going to be a big, big, big thing.
I think as a special feature, Hal's actually going to sing in it.
Is he really?
That's what I heard.
I can't wait to see that.
That'd be worth the price of admission.
Oh, yeah. Go by and see Debbie Pugh at the Chamber of Commerce office, which is at the
City Hall.
City Hall? Front door, City Hall. Go in and, you'll get, you'll have your tickets waiting on you there with Miss Debbie Pugh. She'll take real good care of you. So, I'm going to tell you, I do want to apologize for a crazy day here on the show. Things took a turn for the kind of...
came back from it, though.
We bounced back, but I'm just saying, they kind of took a turn when the whole selfless thing come up.
The what?
Selfless.
Yes, selfless.
That's what I said.
That time you did.
Yeah. I listen, it's like booty traps.
Really? Things are winding on down. Here we go.
I said booby traps, man.
It has been a...
I swear that's what I said. I said selfless. Selfless. Okay? And I said booty traps, just like I said. Why you keep on with this, man?
Thank you. We love y'all.
Did I say booby traps? What did I say? We'll see y'all tomorrow on Drive Time.
Thank you for tuning in to Drive Time, live from the Peach Pit in historic Bruton, Alabama. Remember to tune in every Monday through Friday at 8 a.m.-ish. Remember to like and share the Drive Time videos, as the more you like and share, the more chances you have to win.